Welcome, everyone. How was your day? How was your the comments? Tell me how your day was before we go into class. Yeah, it was good. And you? Oh, it was fine. Thank you. It was fine. Thank you for asking. Let me know in the comments. Oh my Lord, what's happened to my network? Okay, can you hear me? Please let me know if you can hear me. Please let me know if you can hear me in the comment section. Okay. Good evening, Ma. I'm not sure if anybody can hear me. I don't know. Please, can you hear me? Okay. Please, if you can hear me, just let me know in the comment section that you can hear me because I don't know if anybody can hear me, right? But quickly, our CEO is here already. She'll be taking the class, right, on how to get funded. Today's class, you're going to be learning a lot on how to get different kinds of fund for your business, from loans, grants, and every other kind of funding. So I want you to just sit back and just enjoy yourself. It's going to be a great time. Trust me. You are in for like a big deal, like a great treat. So thank you so much, Ma. I would leave the stage now. I'll be backstage. You can take over. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I hope that you can hear me. How are you doing today? Happy Sunday. Apologies for yesterday. I had a personal emergency, which meant that I couldn't join the call as promised. I was really looking forward to the session and with sharing, but we couldn't do that. But we're here today. I didn't want to postpone it too much. So yes, we're here today, and I'm so grateful for all of you who are on the call who are on the channel comment section engaging as usual. So we'll try to not make this too long, but as valuable as it can be. So if you can just let us know where you're joining us from in the comment section. Where are you joining us from? What does your business do? What's the name of your business? You never know who is in the chats with you and how they can support your business. I'll be reading through. Hi, network here. Hi, Minister Malunga from Malawi, Echo Engineering Service. Thank you for being here. Can we highlight some of these comments? Ibuko, telemedicine, health education. I, Chima from Owerri, Unity Medical, Pharmaceutical. Welcome, thank you. Okay, thank you so much for joining us and for introducing yourself. So the purpose of this class is to perhaps make an introduction into what funding is, how you can get funding and where you can get funding from. My name is Yamisi ACD. I'm the founder of Thrift Africa. And sorry, I'm getting some messages. I'm the founder of Thrift Africa. And the purpose of this class is pretty much what most of my work revolves around, right? Most of my work revolves around enabling founders get the funding that they need to grow their businesses. And I've been doing that for the last 7 years now. And one of the ways that I do that is through Thrift Africa, which supports nano and micro businesses to access funding, gain the right knowledge that they need to build their businesses, gain community, capacity building, be a part of valuable products that can help them get to the next stage of their pro business, and so on, right? I also co-own Idea to Funded, and I've worked with a number of organizations, such as the ones on your screen, supporting them to launch their ideas, get funding, most times just working through these platforms with different founders. So Thrift Africa, how many of you are on the Thrift Africa community? If you're in the Thrift Africa community, let's see you in the comment section. Make some noise. Let's see those. Yes, Ria says she is. Hi, Ria. Yes. Hi, Minister. Thank you. Okay, Chikwem said he's in the community as well. So if you're in the community, what do you like about the community? If you're in the community, what do you like about the community? Hi, Tamanda. So if you're in the Thrift Africa community, what do you like about it? Or you don't like the community? Yes. So if you're in the Thrift Africa community, what do you like about it currently? That's what I'm asking. Can everybody hear me clearly? Yes. Winster said she's able to get some new information about the business. That's very good. Thank you, Winster. And Winster is joining us from Malawi. Okay, Tamara said she's new to the community. I said information sharing.
Okay, hello everyone. I think our network went off for a bit, but she will join us back soon. Okay, so she'll be back up on stage soon, right? Let's just be patient, right? We'll get up and running very, very soon. Okay. So she'll join us very soon. Please let's be patient. Okay. She's back. She's back on stage now. Okay. Welcome, ma.
Okay, thank you. Apologies, I lost my connection there. Thank you, Bukun, for having the conversation going. Okay, so Ria says she likes the daily motivation. Ibukun, please, if you can bring my slides back on stage. Ria says she likes the daily motivation, the opportunities and information shared there. Wow, that's so good. The support and opportunities. Wow. This is really great feedback. Thank you so much. So yes, that's what Thrift Africa is about. It is set up to support nano and micro business owners access the funding they need to grow. But beyond funding, I realize that most businesses is not money that's their problem. It's the lack of knowledge, right? Business knowledge and even community to keep pushing you. I really like how Ria said the community pushes her. She really appreciates it because it keeps her moving. That's so great. That's why we created the community. And we are so glad that you're getting value. Thrift Africa also provides collateral-free loans. So if your business has been operating for at least 6 months with consistent cash flow, you can speak to maybe Ibukun on how to apply for a loan. We can also help you register your business. We set up a lot of programs. So currently we're doing the START program for students and recent graduates, where we connect you with mentorship and essential business training. And we've also done a number of programs in different locations across Nigeria. So our goal really is to support nano and micro businesses to get to the next stage of growth, right? Whether that is through knowledge or funding. So we're going to just provide an overview of funding, right, in our sessions today. So we've lost almost 30 minutes of our time, and I apologize for that. But hopefully in the next 30 to 45 minutes, we can just quickly walk through what funding your business looks like and different factors that you need to consider. I just want to confirm that everyone can hear me, right? So there is this data, right? Access to credit remains a challenge. People still use their personal funds and savings for their business. People take out loan, but people would like to take out loan, but hold themselves back. Some people are very scared of loans. Most business owners have been in 2 years or more, but only 40% won 100,000 or less, which is why we have Thrift Africa. We have people take out loan as low as 50,000, 30,000. So we are set up for the small money that you just need to get your working capital, right? But there is also data that is not on this slide that says that only 9% of funding available to business owners have been assessed. Do you know what that means? Let's say that there is 100 million, 100 million naira available for you and your business, but you've only assessed 900,000. That's 9%, right? 900,000. That's the 9% of 100 million, right? So 900,000 compared to what can 900,000 do for your business compared to 100 million? Like you have a big pot of 100 million naira set up specifically for your business from different agencies, but you're only accessing 900,000. That's the current state of funding in Nigeria for MSMEs. And this funding is not for startups, so this is for you. This is for your business, the MSME founder and business owner. Okay. So if you got funding right now, let me just ask you in the comment section, how much funding do you need? And what would you use it for? How much funding would you need and what do you need it for? So how much business funding do you need? And what would you use it to do? What do you need it for? I'm waiting in the comment section, and Ibuku will be highlighting your comments as well. Is it to start a business? 500,000. IMED said 500,000. What are you going? If I gave you 500,000 today for your business, what are you going to use it to do? Get printing equipment. So IMED said if he got 500,000, he was going to get printing equipment, perhaps to expand his existing business. Yeah. Right now, I need close to 1 million because my brand we need a tapping machine and clothing accessories to sew and sell because I deal with ready to wear. So Olumuyiwa needs close to 1 million. Who else? How much money do you need? And what would you need? What would you use it for? ₦1 million. I'll use it to get a studio space and get some necessary equipment like lights, makeup chairs. And so, Ibukun, please, can you highlight people's comments? Amazing. So those are a few things that you can use funding to start up your business. You can use it to hire new staff. You get funding, you can easily hire new people that would really boost your profitability or your revenue, right? Some people need $5,000 for prototype development, branding, a workshop, and gear. For content creation, some people need 500,000 and above. I use it to order products directly from pharmaceutical company. So you're able to boost your stock, right? Some people need it to hire new staff. Some people need funding to invest in marketing and branding, or even to set up a new location or to develop a new product, like Chikwem said, right? Or technology upgrades. So they want to go from using pen and paper to keep their books to setting up their financial records, or even just working capital, just to make sure that their operational day-to-day expenses are being covered. Those are some of the things that people need funding for, right? So like I said, the bulk of my work over the last 7 years is ensuring that businesses across Africa who need funding are able to access it. And I've done that in different ways through the projects that I'm a part of, by giving out funding even from our own businesses, or by influencing policy or working with policymakers and setting up systems and structures that enable businesses to get the funding that they need to grow. So who can get funding? Anybody, whether you have an idea or whether you have an established business, there are different kinds of funding that has been designed for you. Whether you've never started business in your life, right? Or you recently started business, there are different kinds of funding that have been designed for you. Okay. But what are some of the things that have stopped you from getting funding? So, how many of you in the comment section have applied for funding or you've accessed some kind of funding? What kind of funding have you gotten access to? What kind of funding have you gotten access to? None. Okay. Not even from family and friends. Not from family and friends. Not from relatives. So nobody in the comment section has accessed any kind of funding at all, whether loan, grants, money from family and friends. Okay. Why have you not? Why do you think you've not gotten any funding? Or if you've never like tried to apply, why? This is a very conversational. It's not just me doing the talking. I need money to start my business again. Plant seller. I don't mind if it's a loan. I've received from family and friends. Okay, Chikrem said that I've received from family and friends. Winston said she's gotten grants from USAID. Okay. So why, if you've never applied for funding before, you've never gotten any funding, why? Okay, so you've applied but you've not gotten it. I've received 200,000. 200,000 you go, where did you get it from? Loan from family and friends, and you pay back within maximum of 1 month. So Bacteria has gotten a loan from her family and friends. So we're going to quickly we're going to quickly walk through types of funding, pros and cons. So we've already mentioned some of them. Number one is family and friends, right? So this is money from your personal network. The good thing is that it's very flexible. So your friend gives, I have a client who said, oh, someone gave her money 3 years ago and she has not paid it back. The person gave her money for her business 3 years ago and she has not paid it back. You're able to easily access it. If you go to maybe a rich uncle right now and they are generous and you tell them, please, I'm trying to get 500K for my business, there's a good chance that they're going to give it to you if they trust you and what you're going to do with that business. The disadvantage is that it's usually not a lot of money. There's not, especially maybe you don't have a lot of rich friends and family and friends. It can strain personal relationships if you don't pay back of that. You can also get bank loan or credit. It doesn't need to be bank loan. It can be debt, right? In this situation, you have to pay back the money, in some cases with interest. So let's just ignore the bank loan here. Let's think about it as debt. You can get debt from banks, from family and friends, from microfinance institutions like Thrift Africa and so on, right? So this is the traditional financing gap. So you are able to maintain the ownership of your business. You may have an agreed fixed repayment schedule, which helps you plan for your cash flow. You're able to build good credit history because if it shows that you've consistently collected debt and paid back, that's always a good thing. However, you would have to pay that. Most times, you would have to pay back payment structures, interest rates rather. You would also have rigid payment structure. That means that your cash flow may be affected. So times when you don't even have a lot of cash, but you need to still pay back the loan, right? You require, like sometimes you require collateral. In Thrift Africa, we don't need collateral to give out loan, but a lot of credit institutions, you need that collateral to give out the loan. There's also grants. So grants are non-repayable funds for governments, foundations, or institutions. So you don't have to pay it back, which is great. There's your money. You're able to test out new ideas with it because you don't have to pay it back. It gives you more freedom to try out new things. The disadvantage is that grants can be very competitive and time consuming because there are loads of people who are applying for this funding, right? Also, usually if they ask you to use your grant for something specific, it has to be that thing. You don't have a lot of flexibility with grants to do more than what the grant criteria has stated. And if you try to do more than that, you may be asked to refund the money. So if you've gotten grants to set up a new cassava plantation and you realize that, oh, cashew will be more profitable, there is a good chance that that grant may not cover cashew plantation. And so if you are not able to go ahead with your cassava plantation, you may be required to refund it. Okay? So not types of funding. So these are feedback from clients that I've worked with in the past. So this is Andrew. Andrew is in Zambia. He was one of my coaching clients, and we're having a conversation one time, and he was like, oh, he's going for a competition the next day, and he would need to pitch his business. So on the call, I went through his pitch deck, gave him feedback, got him to practice his speech. And after the competition, he reached out to say that he had won $10,000 by implementing what I had taught him about how to put together his pitch deck and how to pitch his business. So these are a lot of other people that I've worked with to make them more confident. Because one thing about getting funding is knowing how to talk about your business, right? The more better you know how to talk about your business, the better the chances of getting funding. So the first thing to getting funding is to measure how much you need. So when I asked in the group, people gave me really different numbers, and I'm wondering what that number is based on. So I want you to type in the comment section, how much does your business need? How much does your business need? If you're still following, type in the comment section, how much does your business need? How much does your business need? I'm waiting. Some people have already shared how much their business needs, but if you're just joining us, let us know in the comment section how much your business needs. So the first thing is to know what you need the funding for. So list out all your key business costs. List out all your key business costs. That will provide a good guide on what you can use your business for, or what you can use the funding for. Okay, I'm just reading through the comments. So if you make a list of everything that your business needs, it will provide a good guide on how much funding that you need. And then it could even be within a specific frame of time. Within the next 6 months, my business is going to need XYZ amount. Some businesses are seasonal. So how much they need from now till January might be different from how much they need from February to April, because we are approaching the festive season and there are loads of things that fly off the shelves during the festive season and they need that money to really boost. I have a client who we are trying to process a 2 million naira loan for in preparation for her Christmas, right? So that she can stock up and sell her products during Christmas. You also need to consider the demand for your product. So if somebody came to you and they asked you for money to set up a DVD renting shop, would you give them that money? If they come to you and they say, oh, I want to start up a business and I need 500,000 to set up a DVD renting shop, would you give them that money? Would you provide that money? If yes, why? If no, why? Your closest friend comes to you and say, you know what, I want, when I was younger, DVD rental used to make a lot of money. I want to set it up. Right? Set up a shop and be renting out DVDs, movies, all of that. Would you? If no, why? Yes, somebody said no because the business is now outdated and most people now want businesses online. I won't, of course, exactly. So you always want to consider demand for this product or service. So some things may even be in demand right now, but based on technology trend and economic trend, will they still be in demand in the next few months, right? Or in the next few years? And how would that determine how much funding that you need? So you always need to consider how much funding you need, the season, the demand. Also, funding is time-based. Remember what I talked about when I say that you can, remember what I talked about when I said that you can the amount of money that you need from say now to January can be very different from the amount of money that you need from February to April because there are different things there. So maybe let's say in the next 3 months you want to stock up, you want to set up the store, you want to buy a generator. When you set up those things, your needs next year will be different, and that would impact your funding. So when you're asking people for funding, you need to be able to state what the time-based needs is, right? And what you're able to use the funding for and the results that you can get from it. So we've put together a funding vault, get funded vault, which includes database with business opportunities and websites to get opportunities from a funding tracker, get funded challenge, and a pitch deck template. So you can get this for free when you join our paid community. And I'm going to share details of our paid community in a bit. So when you join, if you join our paid community today, so we are launching a paid community. Lots of people who are already in our community spoke very highly about the value that they are already getting from the free community. But we want to really narrow down the care and support that we're able to provide. So we are launching the paid community. And in the paid community, if you join today, you get the Get Funded Vault for free, right? You're going to get even more opportunities and business tips, business clinics, tools, no-code tools that can help your business grow, accountability partners and session, growth challenge, and more guided supports that can help your business grow, access to business resources, discounts, where we are working with a loads of partners and people that can help with discounts, business visibility opportunities. So who are the people who need to know about your business, especially when it comes to getting funding, and how can we get you in front of them? So if you are interested in being a part of this support and even getting the Get Funded Vault, you have to stay to the end. There's still a lot that we want to share in the class today. So where can you get funding from? Personal savings, friends and families, bank and credit unions, angel investors, venture capital firm, crowdfunding platforms. There are lots of government grants and programs now for business owners. A lot of business incubator and accelerator also connect you with the funding that you need. So when you join the paid community, you get a huge database of organizations who are able to fund businesses like yours. What are the list of documents you need to get funding? You need your business plan, your financial statements, your cash flow projection, your business registration and license, your tax certification and tax clearance, bank statements, collateral documents, pitch decks, all of those. So if you join the paid community, we're also going to really share with you how to access these things, right? So this is another feedback from a client that I supported, and through my help, she does skincare products. She's been able to raise a cumulative $14,000, applying a lot of what I told her in her business, and some of these things will be shared in the paid community as well. So we have learned how to find opportunities, the documents that we need, the different kinds of fundings, and why. Now I want to share about the paid community, where we are going to be sharing more details about this. So the community is, so this is the pricing for the community. If you're in the free, if you're joining us and you're in our current business community, just indicate interest and the details will be shared there with you, right? Again, this is what you get in the paid community. This is the Get Funded Vault that would only be available for free for people who join the paid community. All the details about how to join the paid community is going to be shared with you. But yes, I promise that we'll be out of here by 6. So we are bang on time. We have some more time for questions. So what questions do we have? So when it comes to getting your business funded, what are your questions? What are your concerns? If you're not in our free community, a link is going to go up now for you to share, for you to join our free community, where we already provide an extensive range of support. Okay, so I'm waiting for your question. We've gone through the different kinds of funding, the pros and the cons, factors you should consider, or how to estimate how much funding that you need, where you can get funding, documents that you need to get funding. So do we have any question? So in terms of the different kinds of funding, there was a client who came to me and she was trying to get grants. She's been applying for grants for a really long time and she was not getting any results from it. So I asked her, why have you not applied for loans? Your business has been operating for 5 years, you have consistent cash flow, you have your right financial record. And she said that she was scared of applying for loans. And I told her, if you want a loan, she was trying to get like 5 million. And I told her, if you want the money, there is somebody that you can get it before the end of the day. If you say, okay, I'm happy to take a loan, before the end of today, if I cannot give it to you, there are a few people that I can call that will give you the money because your business has the structure, the cash flow. Because a lot of times when we have growing businesses, grant is good because you don't have to pay it back. But if you have consistent cash flow, you can plan how to pay back a loan. You can sit down, look at your inflow pattern and decide that, okay, if I take this amount of loan and I have to pay back this amount monthly, I'll be able to get this amount of loan, right? I should be able to take this amount of loan and pay it back conveniently. So, and if you then take that loan, you're able to buy new machines, invest in new infrastructure, significantly boost your profit. Whereas, like we mentioned, grants can be really hard to get because there are so many people who are applying for the same opportunity as you, and it's limited amount of funding, right? So, if you're a growing business, you're a growth stage, you have the right financial management structure, and you're generating consistent cash flow, it is important that you consider other forms of financing that can continue to accelerate that growth. Waiting for grants can really stall your growth. Okay? So, what's something that we've learned from this session today? Yes, exactly. Ria said grants are really hard to get. What's something that we've learned from this session today? Have you learned anything? Was this useful? Was this a good use of your time? If you have, what's something that you've learned from the session today? We've not learned anything. We are typing. Let me check the community. Also, please, Ibukun, if you can share the link to join the free community for those who are not already on it, I would want to get in the free community. Yes, that's really good. Yes, that's really good. Thank you, Wingstar. We should not only focus on grants, but we can also focus on getting the loan after viewing our cash flow. That's good. Yes, grants are not the only available funding for your business. And interestingly, there was somebody that I met who said she thought grants were only for NGOs. No, even if your business is for profit, your business is still at idea stage. There are different factors that go into considering whether to take a grant or not, or different kinds of funding, and different kinds of funding are available for you at different stages. And I mentioned that initially. And grants are not only for NGOs. So thank you, Chikwem. Thank you, Winstar. Yes, not just loan, but any form of funding. So there was an opportunity that came up 2023, August 2023. We needed to apply for grants for a $2,000 grant within 48 hours. And we needed to submit our CAC registration, business plan, financial financial records within 48 hours. Thankfully, we already had those things. So we're able to submit and get the funding, which is why when I listed out the list of things, so you should start building your data room. You could have a folder that includes all of these things, right? So that when the opportunity comes, you are ready. Very good. Rukun, why are you not highlighting this really good comments? So do we have any question? I'm really glad to see really great comments on what we've learned today. Well done, everybody. So that brings us to the end of this. Ibukun is going to share the link to join the free community if you're not already on it. However, if you also need more details about how to join the paid community, will also be shared. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and hopefully see you in the paid community.